Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool rotary desk telephone. This is Ken's telephone, and it's probably from up around Chicago, but it's going to go back to another family member. Anyway, he's got a note here that says he's talking about how he spoke with us earlier, and the signal is not strong enough to break the dial tone, and when I tried to adjust it, it either created a loud buzzing sound or solid dial tone with no dialing. And he's talking about working on the rotary here. And then he's also talking about the finger wheel is all loose and not right. And he's talking about this is his grandmother's original phone, and he would like to keep the number card that's in the middle of the dialer. And it has a really kind of a cool dial center. And I have some of the number covered up there, personal information. But it's talking, it says the area code, and then it has the DDD code 11. So it's really cool. Anyway, this is the initial check of this telephone. And so what we're going to do is kind of look it over a little bit. Now, this is an ITT telephone. And so he's right, the dialer is, the finger wheel is all loose. First we want to go ahead and ring the phone. And as you can see, a ring cycle will go by every time this light's on the analyzer, red light. I'm going to let one more ring cycle go by. Okay, it's going by right now. And I'm going to go ahead and answer the telephone. I'm going to give you some dial tone. And now, if you watch the analyzer, I'm going to go ahead and dial some numbers. And you can still hear dial tone. And we did break dial tone, but it never dialed the number. So it's not dialing any numbers whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we know it's not ringing at this point. We know it's not dialing out. So what we're going to do at this point here is we're going to go ahead. I have the cover off. We're going to go ahead and do somewhat of an initial check. We know the bells are all loose. Now that could be from shipping, but then we have this cord here that's kind of tied in a knot here to hold it in. And if we keep this cord on, it probably will, because that's what it came in with. And I think he wants to keep it as original as it was. And so I can see right now that, like he said, he's been through this dial. So we're going to go ahead and pull this dial off. And I want to get a look at that, because it is the initial check. I want to spin that around. I'm assuming if he tried to adjust the rotary in it, that he probably had this cover off at some point. This will give you a look at the type of rotary that's in it. and it looks like it's all out of whack. How it got to that point, I'm not sure, but we know that this telephone, the rotary finger wheel, is all loose too. So that has to be all gone through. And then we want to go into the bell issue also. The bells aren't ringing in this telephone. So we want to go through that, and we want to get the bells all tightened back up, back into position the way they want. So we want to check the bell circuit. We also want to go through our rotary where our contacts are. Now, it's probably not a good idea to adjust on these if you've never worked on a telephone before, or you're not sure how to adjust them, or you're not sure how they're supposed to react when you dial the phone. So probably a good idea to stay away from that part of the telephone if you've never worked on them before. So, and even some techs I've seen that have worked on telephones before probably should stay away from them also. You know, they're very touchy, and there's a way to adjust them, and there's a way not to adjust them. And so anyway, the dialer in here is a Northern Electric, and it's an ITT telephone. Even though it looks like a Western Electric, it is not. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break. We're going to kind of go through and do a little more troubleshooting. We're going to try to get this telephone straightened out for Ken and get it all working again. So we're going to take a short break and work on that. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and so what we've done here is finished up the telephone. We went ahead and repaired the rotary dial here and got everything adjusted back together again. We also went into the finger wheel and tightened that up. And so now that has been repaired. What we want to do here is I want to go ahead and plug the telephone in, and I want to do some checks before we put it back together again. We also repaired the bells and repaired the bell circuit, and it makes no mention in Ken's letter about changing the line cord. So evidently they're happy with the line cord, or they can change that at any time or something. So I went ahead and secured it up a little better, and we'll go ahead and leave that alone since there was no mention of replacing it. I want to go ahead and give you some dial tone. And what we'll do, if you watch the analyzer here, is we'll walk through our numbers. And I'm going to end in a 2. And so basically what we have here is, since the rotary's been repaired, it's a little tight, but it should loosen up over time. And so that's been finished up. So we'll go ahead and put the cover. I want to unplug the unit. I want to go ahead and put the cover back on. We can replace that now. Put it back together again. We'll go ahead and remount it back into the telephone. And then we'll do some more final checks. also, like I said earlier, repaired the bells. We got them tightened up and got the bell circuit finished off, and we'll go ahead and ring the telephone. Let that go a couple times. Let it go one more time. Give you some dial tone. Go ahead and spin the telephone around. Now we're going to go ahead and put the cover back on because we can start our final checks now. And this telephone has 59 on the back of it, so it's probably a pretty safe guess that, and then we have a 258 or 2 of 59 on the bottom of it. So this telephone does have some age to it. Okay, we have the telephone back together again, so now we can start our final checks on it. I'll go ahead and ring the telephone. Let that go a couple times. Give you some dial tone. We'll go ahead and walk through our numbers again. If you watch the analyzer, you'll watch them go by. I'm going to end in a 2. I'm going to go ahead and transmit into the handset. If you watch the red light on the analyzer, that's an indication of 100% modulation every time you see that red light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that the telephone is ringing now, and we know it's dialing out. So what we can do is move it over to a regular telephone line, and we'll call, say, like a time and temp number. Give you some dial tone.
Company, Offenburg Ford, a short drive to great value. Today is Tuesday, July 17th. The time is 3:47. Current temperature 86 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the low 70s. Tuesday, partly cloudy, hot and humid, 20% chance of a shower and a thunderstorm, high in the upper 90s.
Okay. So now we can also call my number, give you some dial tone. And it'll be busy. We'll call one other number, but we don't need anything from there. There's some dial tone.
Thank you for calling Walmart.
Okay. And since the dialing was one of the issues that was going on with this telephone, what we'll do is we'll call time and temp one more time.
Good morning. 2 Ford stores, one great company, Offenburg Ford, a short drive to great value. Today is Tuesday, July 17th. The time is 3:49. Current temperature 86 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the low 70s. Tuesday, partly cloudy, hot and humid, 20% chance of a shower and a thunderstorm, high in the upper 90s.
Okay. So we know that this telephone is finished up and it's ready to be sent back to Ken. This was his grandmother's telephone, and now he can enjoy it again, or the family can enjoy it. And it's just a really cool telephone. And it's an ITT Rotary desk telephone. And the Rotary, when it came in, like we showed in the earlier part of the video, was all out of alignment, and the points were all out of adjustment. And so we took care of that. Now, it will be a little tight for a while, but I'm sure it'll probably be okay. The more it gets used, it should loosen up a little bit. But that just goes along with the repair. You have to do what you have to do to get them repaired. Also, the bell was an issue, and the bell circuit. And so that was gone through and repaired, and now the telephone's been taken care of, and it's all finished up. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.